Welcome back everybody to the Saurus 001's channel, and this is No Man's Sky. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make nanites. Well, make nanites, I suppose it's sort of like crafting nanites, but it's going to be a video on how to do a nanite farm. Now to do this you're going to need gold and silver, and the gold and silver will both be turned into platinum, and then the platinum itself will be turned into nanites. So let's get started. So, the first thing you're going to need is a planet that has gold on it. As you can see, I've already got a gold base down there, but we're going to look for a silver planet as well. And I'll show you how to set up one of these mining things so you can see exactly how this is done. And I'll be back with you in a moment. Alright, so we have found ourselves a planet that has silver on it. We're going to head over there and we'll get this base set up, and I'll show you exactly the steps you need to take to set up one of these bases. Okay, we are here on the planet, and what I need you to do is go into your multi-tool and make sure that you have the survey device installed on your multi-tool. You are not going to be able to find the nodes that you need without this survey device. You can unlock it in the anomaly if you need it, and install it on your multi-tool, and then we can get started. So here we are on the planet, and this is a planet that actually has silver on it. It's one of the resources, which means that the resource nodes will have silver in them, but that also means that we can set up a farm that has silver in it. So to do this, all we have to do is hit F and go across in our analysis mode to a mineral survey and look for a mineral hotspot. Now you may have to search around for a little while to find some. The way that I usually do this is that I will summon in an exocraft, but I'll have to summon in my freighter first, obviously. Boom, summon in the freighter, and then we can summon in an exocraft, and I usually like to use the roamer for this because it makes it a lot easier. And I'll look around, and once I actually find a mineral hotspot that's got silver on it, I'll show you the next step. Okay, here we go. We have found a silver hotspot, and this actually happens to be a B class one. I was only looking for a C class for the purposes of the video, but this will do. So we're just going to search around, see if we can get it to 59% out of the 60% max density. There we go, and drop a marker right there. Right, so the next thing you're going to need is a base computer. So we're going to have to set up a base computer. We're going to go in here, and you're going to need 30 chromatic metal to do this, and just plonk down anywhere nearby. Make sure that it's not actually on the node when you plonk down the computer, because you're going to need that space. Okay, now that you've got that set up, you've got your base computer claimed and you've claimed the area, the next thing we're going to need to do is put down a couple of these solar panels, supply depots, and mineral extractors. So the mineral extractors require 5 metal plating and 100 chromatic metal, and the first one that you're going to place down is right on top of your marker. Then place one to the side of it, one to the other side of it, one to this side of it, and then another one around the back. So you've got basically 5 of them coming off. There are other configurations that you can use, but I find that this one is the most effective for my purposes, and it doesn't really matter because you only need to visit these like once a day or something like that. So we're going to place down a few supply depots. Just chuck them down here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, as many as you can afford. You want to put them all down. So I'm going to go with 6, and then we're going to need to connect up everything with supply pipes. Now you want to connect up all your supply depots, every single supply depot. It doesn't matter how they're connected on the chain as long as they're all connected together. Then you want to connect up your supply depot with one of your extractors, and then you can connect all of the extractors to each other, and that is how it's done. So connect them all up, every last one of them. And it doesn't really matter how they are all connected, they will all still work like that. They work like a parallel system, so that's how that works. Next thing you're going to need to do is have solar panels, and by the way, this is going to take a metal plating, 30 gold and 50 chromatic metal for each of these. Chuck in as many as you're going to need for the thing. I just like to chuck in about 10 for 5 of these. And then you're going to need a few batteries. We're going to need condensed carbon for that, so I'm just going to head over to my refiner and get myself some more condensed carbon. Magnetized ferrite, I'm not going to bore you with. Everybody knows how to get magnetized ferrite these days, but you can just simply buy it off some markets. And of course, once that's done, you want to wire them all together. And we are nearly done. And then I'll show you what you need to do with all of the minerals. Connect up all of your extractors. Okay, now that you've got all of your extractors going and they're producing power, even if it goes dark, what you can actually do is come over to your solar array. And if it's going to be dark when you're actually doing this, you can put in a biofuel reactor and fuel it that way, but we don't really need to do that at the moment because the sun's actually shining and these batteries will be charged by the time the sun goes down again. But if you need to jump start it, just chuck down a few biofuel reactors and fuel them up with some nearby carbon or whatever. But there we go. So that will actually produce silver, and it will go into these supply depots. This storage is empty, but there's going to be 7,250 storage for that. The network extraction rate is 1,155, so about 7 hours. Well, yeah, 7 hours, and it will be full. 6 hours 14, it reckons. So I'll show you the stuff that we've done earlier, but there is one more thing that you may want to do before you go anywhere from this place, and that is chuck down a teleporter and wire it into the electrical grid so you can get back here whenever you need to. And there is something else that I like to do when I'm on grid, and that is rename the base with whatever mineral it actually is that I have this base making, because that way it doesn't get confusing. So say this one's a silver base, and that will do it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to jump over to the gold base, and we're going to grab some silver out of my storage because I have already done this on other worlds, and I'm going to show you what you need to do with the two of them. Okay, so now that we're back at the base, what we're going to do is we're going to chuck in the silver, we're going to find our gold and chuck in the gold and see how that makes platinum. Well, we're going to leave that processing, go away, do a few things, fight some sentinels, do whatever the hell we need to do, and then we're going to come back and I'll show you what the next step in this process is. Alright, so we've got 2,000 nanites. I'm not going to do a full stack because it's just going to take a while, but as you can see, these 2,000 nanites are going to make us 57 nanite clusters, and you can do this sort of semi-AFK, and all you need to do is just process the things together, and it will make you as many nanites as you need. You can set up multiple farms across multiple planets, bring them all back, and put them into multiple refiners, and this is a very easy way of making nanites. It doesn't really take much time once it's all set up, and all you need to do is to go AFK with your refiners actually making their nanites for you, and that's about it. So if you enjoy these videos, please consider a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Peace out.